Topic A.
You're watching Tamaqua's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. We begin tonight in the city of Hazleton, where one man is in custody and 2 others are in serious condition following a shooting at a bar in Hazleton's northeast section. Hazleton police were called to Lucky Charms Bar on East 5th Street for a shooting. Police say Randy Escoto was at the bar and left for about an hour and came back with a gun and reportedly shot 2 people multiple times.
An individual that entered the location with 2 other individuals, left the location, came back to the location armed, shot 2 individuals who have been transported to an area trauma center.
At this point, a motive for the shooting is not known. Escoto is well known by officers. Police Chief Speziali saying police conducted surveillance at his home on West Green Street and planned it quickly to get him into custody. Speziali called him a dangerous felon.
Actually, we were able to make it to the 3rd floor. He was in a bedroom on the 3rd floor. They quickly breached and entered, and they were able to take him into custody without incident.
Police are looking to charge Escoto with at least weapons and aggravated assault charges, but attempted homicide charges are possible. This investigation is still active. Now, we have learned that Escoto is being held on drug charges from a January investigation in the city. So far, no charges have been filed in the shooting. He's being held on $100,000 bail for that drug case, those charges in Hazleton. As police were handling that shooting, they were called to a home on 9th Street for a disorderly woman. 39-year-old Cecilia Gutierrez Colon de Rio has been charged with aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, simple assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. According to court papers, police responded to 733 West 9th Street for a woman being disorderly at the home just after 3 this morning. Officers found 3 victims who had cuts. One of the victims had cuts on her wrist and was bleeding. All 3 victims identified Gutierrez Colon de Rio as the person who cut them with a box cutter. She was taken into custody. All 3 victims were taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, for treatment of their injuries. She was arraigned and bail was set at $25,000. She was committed to the Luzerne County Prison this morning. 2 separate shootings were reported in the city of Wilkes-Barre on Tuesday evening. The first incident happened around 4:40 near the intersection of Diana and High Streets. The other happened shortly before 9 p.m. on Dagbert Street. City Police Chief Joe Coffey said that the shootings are believed to be part of an ongoing feud between rival gangs.
Our Detective Division and Patrol Division has been working tirelessly to identify and arrest those involved in these cowardly acts.
Thugs who don't have the respect or regard for us and our neighbors don't deserve to be here.
According to police, an unidentified suspect opened fire, striking an SUV at Diana Street. Investigators believe that the incident was connected to shootings that occurred Saturday and Monday. At the second one on Tuesday night, shots were fired at a home on Dagbert Street. No injuries were reported in either of the incidents, and police say that they have suspects in mind and are working to identify them so they can take them into custody. Police will also increase patrols in the areas of the recent shootings. The 2015 murder case of Donald Beckman Jr. went cold, but on this cold and snowy day, the case is now red hot. Today, police arrested Beckman's stepdaughter and charged her with hiring someone to kill her stepfather. 24-year-old Kendra Diaz of Sugar Notch was charged today with conspiracy to commit criminal homicide and solicitation to commit criminal homicide after prosecutors say she paid someone $1,500 to kill her stepdad. Police say Diaz orchestrated the hit for hire because she was concerned about him reporting criminal activity in their neighborhood. The 49-year-old Bachman was shot to death outside his home on Willow Street in Wilkes-Barre as he returned home from work early in the morning hours of May 1, 2015. According to court papers, Diaz contacted two confidential informants about hiring someone to kill him. One refused outright. The charges say ultimately she paid the killer, who has not yet been identified, $1,500 to commit the murders. Now, Diaz was arraigned and bail was set at $1 million earlier today in Wilkes-Barre. A Wilkes-Barre man accused of fondling a woman after she passed out on his couch has entered a guilty plea. The prosecution stated that a female victim went to the home of 50-year-old Mark Danko on the night of February 23, 2018. There, she was given margaritas until she became extremely lightheaded. Danko's wife, who had been sleeping upstairs, came down and saw the woman needed help, so she and Danko put her on the couch. Danko later returned and began fondling the woman as she went in and out of consciousness. He admitted to also taking pictures of her. He pled guilty Tuesday to a felony count of aggravated indecent assault. He was ordered by Judge Michael Vode to be evaluated for a sexual offender registration. His sentence is scheduled for May 23rd. Luzerne County Council officially filled their vacant seat where longtime member Ed Brominski once sat before his resignation. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has the details.
After longtime council member Ed Brominski resigned back in January, Luzerne County Council was looking to fill his seat, which they were able to do during last night's meeting. Patrick Bilbo from Avoca was appointed to fill that vacant seat after council went through the process of applications and interviews with the 12 people who came in.
I hope that every member brings to the council some good ideas, is willing to cooperate and work with the council members at large. It's very important that we work together to try to do the most proper thing for the county and the residents of the county. So I'm hoping that Mr. Bilbo, and all indications are that he would be a very good council member.
Another key issue during last night's meeting was a request to authorize an application for the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program grant on behalf of Change Academy Lake of the Ozarks.
Provide approximately 100 jobs, paying between $40,000 and $50,000 with some benefits. That's a very positive step for our county, so economically I think that's very good.
Luzerne County Council will be meeting again at the courthouse Tuesday, February 26th at 6 p.m. Reporting in Wilkes-Barre for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
A cancellation to pass along to you tonight. The West Hazelton Zoning Board has canceled their meeting for tonight. The meeting has been rescheduled for next Wednesday, February 27th at 6 p.m. Now also, we do want to pass along that PennDOT still has some travel restrictions in place on most interstates in our area. Those bans started at 12 noon and will remain in effect throughout the snowstorm. And a reminder, many communities also have snow parking bans in effect during the remainder of the snowfall. Well, coming up on WYLN News, ways to save money in Wilkes-Barre will explain. Plus, more are joining the council race in Wilkes-Barre. Well, the details. But first, let's take a look at that forecast. And for tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies, a high of 44, completely different than today. Friday, we'll see clouds, a high of 40. And the weekend, though, is starting to look like a washout. We'll have more when we return. Stay with us.
Have you been waiting for huge savings on your next truck? The wait is over. Stop into All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during Ram Truck Month to get the truck you want at the discount you've been waiting for. Get a 2019 Ram 1500 for 0% for 72 months in 90 days until your first payment. Or lease the 2019 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express for $199 a month. The best deals on new trucks are going on right now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
A program to help the city of Wilkes-Barre's finances was introduced at Tuesday's council work session. Nick Gilbert, who is a senior account executive with Enterprise Fleet, said that the city could possibly save hundreds of thousands of dollars by leasing its fleet of Department of Public Works vehicles. According to Gilbert, Enterprise offers open-ended financing and reduced maintenance costs and updates the fleet with new vehicles. The estimated savings to the city would be around $400,000 through fixed budget maintenance and resale over 10 years for the full fleet, which consists of about 24 vehicles. Council will check with the city's financial advisor about the proposed idea before putting it on the agenda at the next council meeting. Well, a second challenger has entered the race to represent District C on Wilkes-Barre City Council. Linda Rowe announced her candidacy for the incumbent candidate Beth Gilbert's post. Jeff Thomas is also looking for the Democratic nomination through the ballot in the primary election. Councilman Mike Merritt's seat that represents District E is also on the to be contested. Jessica McClay and Tony Thomas have announced their plans to run as Democratic candidates for that post. Councilman Mike Belisco, Tony Brooks, and Bill Barrett have also announced their intent to seek re-election in Districts A, B, and D, respectively. All 5 Wilkes-Barre City Council seats are on the ballot for this year's election. Well, tonight, Mayor Tony George in Wilkes-Barre was to kick off his re-election bid, but due to the inclement weather, that has been postponed. Wilkes-Barre Mayor Tony George was to kick off that re-election campaign with an official announcement, but that event at the Riverside Cafe on Old River Road in Wilkes-Barre has been postponed, and a new date will be announced in the near future. George's re-election campaign theme is Progress, as promised. Mayor Tony George's re-election campaign will focus on continuing his mission to reduce crime, fight blight, and protect neighborhoods. George is seeking a second 4-year term. The only other announced candidate is former City Councilman George Brown, who the mayor beat 4 years ago. The Luzerne County Flood Protection Authority will part ways with its longtime solicitor, Christopher Cullen, as of next month. The authority board voted 3-2 on Tuesday to terminate the county's authority contract with Collins, a Scranton-based attorney, effective March 18th. The board has also voted to advertise for a new solicitor. According to the board, cost was just one of several reasons the board decided to explore its options. Cullen distributed a letter to board members and the media where he thanked the board for the opportunity to serve the authority as it carries on its mission of public safety and service. Well, coming up here on Tamaqua's News Choice, getting ready for this year's Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade. But first, in Community and You, we head out to the Health and Wellness Center for today's Wellness Wednesday segment. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Frackville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
It was Sunday morning. I was home alone. I was working on my trains and my left arm felt numb. I started being short of breath. I ended up calling 911. I thought it was a heart attack, but I wasn't really sure. They took me to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Pocono.
You have one heart and one choice when it comes to the best heart care. The hospitals and heart specialists of the Lehigh Valley Heart Institute.
You just don't think it'll happen to you. I'm very fortunate.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. Today we are out at the Health and Wellness Center, thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network, and we're going to talk about vestibular. What is it? Well, we're going to find out, and Shay has all the answers for us today. So Shay, first of all, what is vestibular? It kind of sounds like something you'd find like in the heart or something, pumping at an artery next to it.
Well, your vestibular system is in your inner ear, and you have two little systems in each ear. They have three small circular canals and two little like oval-shaped canals. And what they do is they let you know where your body is in space, so that when you're on an elevator, you know you're going up and down without seeing it. When you're on a boat, it keeps you standing upright, and when you turn, it keeps your eyes and your head coordinated. So it has a lot to do with your balance.
I was just going to say, so this basically, when we hear people say you have an inner ear infection, and they're like, you know, you can see them kind of walking a little odd, that really affects how we can function every day doing everything.
Yes, it does. And oftentimes, like you said, it comes from a cold or an infection. It could come from something called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, which is these little calcium crystals that belong in those oval-shaped organs in your ear. But sometimes they, as we get older, they degenerate, or if we have something like a concussion, they could get knocked loose, and they end up in those circular canals where they're not supposed to be. And so that it makes your body feel like it's moving. When it makes the environment feel like it's moving when it's not actually moving.
Okay.
So,
and this is something now, you know, we heard of vertigo, we've heard of having motion sickness and all that. This kind of rolls into there. So when somebody's experiencing this, what are things that can be done to help ease the problem or bring it to a stop?
One thing we do is called vestibular rehabilitation, and what that does is it helps strengthen the three systems that feed into your balance. You have your vision, your joint receptors, which are kind of little sensory organs in your ankles, in your neck, that let your body know where it is in space. And the other is your vestibular system that we talked about. So vision, vestibular, and your sensory systems help your body keep its balance and know where it's at. So we try to train and strengthen one system if the other system is weakened. And we do that by using, by changing the surface that we're working on balance with. Like we may have a patient walk outside on the grass. We might right now the weather's not so nice out, so we might have them like stand on a piece of foam so that they don't feel as sure-footed. As far as vision goes, we might take their vision away by having them close their eyes or have the environment move, and then that would work the other two systems stronger. So there are physical therapy measures that help with balance, not solely strength, but to work on and get your balance better.
And one of those things that you guys use all the time is actually right behind this. And this Balance Master is actually pretty unique because it kind of can move around you and help you correct some of those problems.
Yes, we use this for vestibular patients. We can use it for Parkinson's patients, stroke patients, concussion patients, all for that same reason. We use it to change the surface that they're standing on so that they could use their vision and their vestibular system better. We hook the patient up to a harness, and there are age normal ranges for balance, for how long you're supposed to stand on one foot and stand with your eyes open and closed. And so we do this all on the Balance Master, and the patient kind of feels safe because they're in that harness. And it's a good way to, show their physician that they're improving, because we can compare from one visit to the next how they're doing. So,
a lot of great things here, and you really don't truly understand how one little thing can kind of throw everything off balance. And everyone here at the occupational part of Lehigh Valley Health Network's Health and Wellness Center, they're on the ball here, getting all this great technology here to give you out back and moving. Thanks for joining us here on Wellness Wednesday out at the Health and Wellness Center. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. The Falvello Law Firm, located at 314 Main Street, Suite A in Cunningham, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania, and they are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191 today.
It's Ram Truck Month, and all month long, Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Greater Hazleton has the lowest price guaranteed on a huge selection of new Ram trucks. Start off the new year with savings up to $12,000. Get 20% off MSRP and 0% financing for up to 72 months on select new Ram trucks in stock. Log on to blazejeephazleton.com and find out how much you'll save on your next new Ram truck. It's Ram Truck Month at Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Greater Hazleton, taking deals the other guys won't.
State Senator John Udechak held one of many scheduled outreach events today in Pittston. The senator was at the Garden Village Apartments to help seniors apply for the property tax rent and rebate program. It benefits eligible residents age 65 and over, widows and widowers age 50 and over, and people with disabilities ages 18 and older who can apply. Many more events will be scheduled, and they are up now on your screen. The income limit is $35,000 for homeowners and $15,000 a year for people who rent. That maximum standard rebate is about $650, and the deadline to apply for this program is June 30th. There is still time to register to either participate or sponsor the 39th annual Wilkes-Barre St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 10th. Sponsors can choose from band, corporate, or division sponsors. Registrations are due by Monday, February 25th. Now, if you want to participate, registration, the due date is March 4th. Registration forms are available online at wilkesbarre.city/special events. And once again, WYLN TV, along with Service Electric Cable TV and Communications of Wilkes-Barre, will be bringing you the parade live from downtown Wilkes-Barre. And again, that website is wilkes-barre.city/special events. Okay. Remember, you can get news updates throughout the night on the WYLN News Facebook page, and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas.
But I'm not going to do that.
Instead, I'm going to tell you what you can